Well, hello everyone. In the previous episode we did a thing and we somehow got through the part about the part of the game that I really dreaded above all, despite not being anywhere near as lengthy and horrible and ghastly and challenging as the Ridorana at Pharaoh's dungeon. But anyway, we obtain the Treaty Blade and the story continues from there. Let's go.
Restore Dalmasca's sovereignty and make our amends with Lady Ash. It's the only way to avert war.
It is a war of necessity. Your Lady Ash herself is bent on it. She desires it above all else. She will not rest until her revenge is full wrought.
I fear you misread her intent. She would sooner shun war than embrace it.
You are young, Larsa.
And you presume beyond your ken.
Then let us look closer. Judge Gabranth. I would have you seek after the Lady Ash and judge whether she makes overtures of peace or war. Yours shall be the eyes of the Empire.
And should I spy war, I am to put her to the sword. Is that your wish, Excellency?
It will not come to that, I am sure. I have faith in her, faith in you both. On you, Gabranth, shall I wager all our fortunes?
As you will.
That so sweet a child could be your brother is hard to believe.
Larsa is as he should be.
What's that, Venom? Ah, taken the bait already, have they? Splendid. The Ocuria have given the princess her treaty blade.
The gods have chosen their scribe to write history as they deem fit. Yes, and she with fresh nethicite to aid her.
Bah, to hell with the Ocuria and their stones. What good? A power that cannot be harnessed. Baubles best suited for study, no more.
We conquered 2 kingdoms that you might study these baubles.
Oh, I am grateful for the sacrifice. Without it, manufactured nethicite would have eluded us. An unrivaled weapon, I warrant you. Tell me, Vena, have I not been an apt pupil?
My counsel did but guide your able hand. Through power of man, the stones did you perfect. Yes, so much accomplished in 6 fleeting years. Man's fervor o'er all obstacles prevail.
Our lives are much too short. You undying might waste long centuries away, but we, I fear, cannot.
Just so. Had we more time, we might have availed ourselves of more prudent measures.
Your greatest work still lies before you. Not lightly will the Ocuria allow you to wrest the reins of history from their grasp back into the hands of man.
Indeed, what claim does Garen have on history's reins, seated on throne immortal, rent from time? For your ascendant's vein I offer prayer. May you retain all that which is your due.
Attain it I shall. For too long have my deeds gone unrewarded.
MON, that spells trouble.
In tower on distant shore dreams the sun Christ. Do these words mean aught to you?
Didn't Reddas say he was going to follow some other course? Maybe you found out something that can help.
I'd rather stay out of that sky pilot's debt, thank you.
What's wrong with Reddas? I mean, if If you can't trust your own kind, who can you trust?
You're an expert on pirating now, are you?
Touché, my boy. Let's just see. Yeah. The walkthrough recommends going back to the Chimala water steps to pick up a thing, and it would have been great if I had just not gone the complete other way. But that is what we are gonna do, and I guess from that point I'll just make my way out of here, find someone to assign Shamasai to, do some license board stuff if there is any to do, and I guess the episode will then continue over in Balfaname. Oh, no, 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 no. Absolutely not. We're not going back here. Screw you, game. How did I get here? Come on. Well, I am genuinely at a loss. This just brings me back to the crystal, doesn't it? By this return you to the gate of Earth, by other means return you back to this place. Well, it says Tellurian now. Ah, phew. Okay, well, yay. Okay, and yeah, okay. Okay, let's try going back here and get the thing. Yes, maybe. Am I gonna get the map? Okay, well, this was a lot less painful than I expected it to be. Now I just need to figure out where the hell that map is. Okay, well, this was not really what I had in mind. Look, I'll just bumble along through here and yeah, I'll just make a cut here and hopefully when I get back to you I will either have found that map or I will have rage quit, and either way, see you back in Balfonheim. Phew. Okay, well, I have bought a lot of stuff, including a canopic jar, incidentally, for about 250,000 monies, and I am set back rather quite a bit by that. So I still don't have the juiciest weapons and things that you can get at this point, but I also did a bit of thinking about the interpretations of the scenes down at the Great Crystal. And specifically about the whole Prometheus thing, granting humanity the knowledge of fire. The key there is, I would say, okay, well, no, that's not what I meant. Okay, you're hanging out, you're having fun, good. So, before we get started with the scenes here, let's see, just trying to get all my words in a row. Right, it may be important to think of it in collectivist versus individualist cultures. So, Japan being a, well, being called by some at least a collectivist society, you need to fit in, sort of. You need to, well, you are much more a part of a group than you are here in Sweden, where pretty much, well, putting it simply, dangerously simply, mind you, just don't take this to court. As long as you don't hurt anyone, you can just do whatever you want, pursue happiness in, you know, happiness or success in any way that the law allows for. Which is not the same as things are in Japan. So for me, it is actually unclear whether I actually should consider Venat a, well, a demon or a heretic or some kind of antagonist in the first place. Just Venat itself, the actions and what it has led to. Okay, I do not approve of that. Just putting it out there. But as I understand the Japanese sensibilities, Venat is much more clearly an antagonist by Japanese metrics. So, while it is pretty clear that the game expects us to consider Venat the well, driving force behind the antagonist that is the Arcadian Empire, for me, it is a lot like the story here is a lot like what we often get in Shin Megami Tensei games. That is, you have one extreme against another extreme, and neither are really what you want. And you know, I think Ash is very much viewing events in the story the way I am. Well, at least as I do right now. These, what, is it 20 years since the game was first released or something? It's like I'm old or something. Well, anyway, just stick a pin on that for now. I really don't think there's much more to say, so let's just get the story going again. Yeah, hear that, Balthier? Good behavior out of you two.
Ships in the water. Send fishing dories if need be. I care not. Glossair engines are as good to us as sky to a fish. Leave what boats have foundered. I want souls saved, not driftwood.
Okay, something happened.
Our armada ran afoul of bad water near the Reddas cataract. All engines stopped a sudden. Becalmed. Trouble with a mist thick as death, it seems. No seas are yacht. I expected airship trouble, not a fleet foundering amidst the waves. Tell me of what happened in Girovegon. From the lay of your eyes, I measure all did not go well. Sid, was he false as I feared?
Yes, but we may have caught a glimpse of his true intent. We may now know what it is that Sid searches for.
So the day-affected nethicite was only a fragment? These Curia I know not and care to know even less.
If we strike the Suncrest with the Sword of Kings, no new stone may be born. We say the Suncrest is the source of all nethicite's power. If we might break it, the Dusk Shard would be as a thing lifeless. As for the manufactured nethicite, who can say?
There is another way. We used the treaty blade to cut a new stone from the Crest. Use that to fight the Dusk Shard and the manufactured stones.
Would you like to know the best use of nethicite? Will or nil, I'll tell you. You pick it up and throw it away.
Either way, we have to find the Suncrest first, right? Don't we? Across the sea, and a tower on a distant shore. Reddas?
Familiar words, Vaughn. I saw something of the sort written in some documents I chanced upon during my visit to Draklor. The Naldoan Sea, the Reddas cataract, and the Pharos lighthouse. I sent my fleet to fish out the truth behind these words, and caught trouble.
Then proof is ours. This lighthouse on the Naldoan Sea is the tower on the distant shore. The strong mist that becalmed your ships is a grimmer yet clearer sign than any we might hope for. The Suncrest is there.
All well and good, but how do we get there? Those seas are in yacht, as I recall.
Try putting this one in your ship. 'Tis a skystone made to resist yacht.
More spoils from the Draklor labs, is it? Why not use it yourself?
That's just the thing. My ship's a Bergerben model. It will not work. But should it fit the straw, she'll fly in yacht. Lady Ash, I would accompany your highness, if you do not object.
I am in your care. But tell me one thing. Why do so much for us?
The Nabudis Deadlands.
Nabudis was your home?
Nay, but a memory forever burned in my heart.
Okay, welcome to the team. Yeah, we just got the stones required to go there, so we're fine. Oh, okay. So at this point we can use the stroll to fly wherever we want, so we don't have to pay for the airfare. Okay, and now everything is magically okay. Incidentally, the way the Ucuria just came down and, well, yeah, conducted themselves in the scene, it's not just me seeing similarities between that and the Lucy in Final Fantasy XIII, right? Well, anyway, that's another thought-stick opinion. Now, I did see something curious and very appealing, very interesting, calling out to me in the walkthrough, and that I glanced at after the whole Great Crystal nonsense. So before we do anything else, we are going to teleport to Barheim Passage. Now, I don't actually have a whole lot of money to my name. Oh, look at that. I haven't actually done much with my license board either, but I'll just let it sit for a bit. And we can go to Reddas first. Okay. So there we have that teleportation crystal. No treasure chest there. Okay. Teleport. We have the crystals. And that's wrong, yes. Barheim Passage. It is not on the list. Why is it not on the list? Well, that's a complication. Elvina Fortress, Dalmasca, Ester Sand. Okay. Nebula Fortress. Oh, no. Stop. Okay, there we go. Let's go see if I can find that teleportation crystal in Barheim Passage then. So I can, you know, fill out the list and things. Now, if I remember correctly, it is a pretty quick trip. Yeah, down to the southwest, so let's go. Oh, look at that. Loot. Anything interesting? Oh, and yes, I have the diamond armlet. That is great. Right. Oh, the riches. Okay, let's see. There's supposed to be a merchant in here somewhere. Barog by name. Why don't I have that on my teleportation list? Should be up there. Yeah, that'll be a trip. I'll just super speed it from here for a second. Won't be a second. Right. Now I have this location in my teleportation list. Excellent. So, yeah. Now all of a sudden, like, we have Scourge right here. And according to the walkthrough, this is the only place where we can buy that magic, so might as well. Now, what to sell is kind of the next thing. I have checked my well, stock of loot against a bazaar walkthrough, and I need a couple of, well, some things to get some nice gear, so I avoid selling a lot of things here. I think from this point on, though, it is pretty safe to sell. So I'll just sell all this, except the Arcana. And we are good and ready to get Scourged up. Now to actually get the license, but hey. Yeah. So that, as they say, is that. Then I'm just gonna go back to Balfenheim. So, tell you what, I'll just end the episode early and we start the next one over in Balfenheim. Well, at the aerodrome, I think that's what they call it. Pro Let's Play. Yeah, see you there.